In this mini observatory mode documentary, we'll be talking about depression and how to cope with the mental illness. In today's documentary, we'll be featuring a young lady who suffers from depression, and she'll be telling us her story of how depression has led her to suicide and how going to a therapist has helped her to cope with the mental illness. It is an educational program, and we hope that you will learn a thing or two from it.
My name is Leboga Mokoena. I'm 24 years old. I live in Johannesburg. I work as a till operator in a retailer. I had a depression because of my workload. Depression caused me to have many thoughts in my mind. Even though you give me a compliment, I will turn it to something negative. And I knew that I needed help, but I didn't allow anyone to help me. I was afraid to share my problems with anyone because I thought people would judge me, tell me that I'm complaining too much, why I'm always complaining, why can't I just accept that that's how life it was. So I just thought maybe staying alone would help me just be alone in a room, not complain to anyone, just keep quiet. Well, I was wrong because every time when I was coming back from work, I would just sleep alone, cry. Sometimes I would cry to sleep, and that affected my health. I started not eating well. I stopped going out with people. Like, depression did many things to me. One day, a friend of mine called me when I was about to commit suicide. Well, she convinced me to go and see a therapist. Going to a therapist did really help me a lot because I had someone to share my problems with without judging me.
You work at the retail store. I won't mention the name. With Lebogang, I've known her as someone who's bubbly, someone who's out there, outgoing. But after some time, I discovered changes with her personality. She became more reserved, more indoors, didn't even take care of her physical appearance, of which that was so unlike her. And I remember it was Thursday in the evening. I went to Lebogang's place because it's been some time I haven't seen her coming to work. She's been absent from work. So I knocked at her place. There was no response. But then I discovered, okay, it's not locked. So I got in. Getting in there, I see Lebogang with a bunch of pills. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And she's like, you know what? I'm so sorry. And she cried, you know. That was an emotional, like, it was very intense. It was very emotional seeing all of that. And for me, I was like, oh my God. So my friend has been depressed and I was not aware of it. That's when I suggested that, you know what, go to a therapist, someone who knows more about this, and talk to them about your feelings, you know.
Then a therapist gave me some tips that I will share with you during this documentary. Tip number 1 was doing the exercises. Tip number 2, eating healthy. Tip number 3, reading some books or going out to the movies. Always be around people, not be alone most of the time. One of the exercises is doing this. This one is so much fun. It's not that hard. Anyone can do it, I'm telling you. I enjoy it more than anything here. Give me a sec so that I can try a new word today. Let's just try this one. I hope it's not that hard. One of the tips that I normally do is eating healthy. I just finished eating my banana. I eat bananas and apples. I eat vegetables every day so that I can have a healthy mind. So I just showed you the tips that I got from a therapist. I just hope that they will help someone who has the same issue that I had. As people, can you please try to learn about this mental illness? Because whenever somebody says I have depression or anxiety, we just think that they are looking for attention. Well, guys, these things are really true.